Greetings, fellow members of the Esoteric Order of Gamers. Something very, very, very special happening tonight. It's a 3-person battle report. 3 people all playing Star Trek Ascendancy. Wow. Yes, this game in the original box is only 3 players. So we've roped in another player, and that person is...
Drinking.
That person is Dylan. Say hello, Dylan.
Hello, Dylan.
Very nice to have you here. He's an excellent fellow. I play a game with him every Tuesday night and we have a lot of fun. Of course, behind the camera, you know him well.
Will, hello.
That is Will, and I'm Peter, also known as Universal Head. I hope you enjoy this, what could be quite a long battle report, because the last time we played this, it took us about 5 hours. Hopefully we'll speed it up this time.
So that's what editing was invented for.
Yes, we'll be doing some harsh editing on this, but I hope you find it enjoyable. Star Trek Ascendancy, and we're starting with an empty galaxy.
Look at that. No stars, nothing.
Now, Will is playing the Klingon race,
Yes.
or civilization.
Some may call it a civilization.
Dylan is playing the Federation, the nice guys.
The humans.
And I am playing the Romulans, the Romulan Star Empire, the most enlightened and wonderful civilization in the galaxy.
But they're green.
Okay, we've got our starting resources. We've got our planet set up with its 3 different control node in the middle, and a production node, a resource node, and a culture node. Each have those. We've got our starting resources. We've got our weapons and our shields set to their starting levels. We've got 5 commands each. We've got a starting advancement and our advancement deck. We've got our fleet cards, our trade agreements, 1 Ascendancy to start with, some star bases, and of course we all start with 3 ships on our home planet as well. We start with random turn order cards. Let's go. Romulans come second, the Klingons start.
As it should be.
Of course the Klingons start with building ships straight away, because they just love building ships, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to head off into the dark black yonder with a exploration roll.
Are you impulsing?
Yep.
Of course we are. Because Klingons always act on impulse. Little space lane joke there.
It's not the last time you'll hear it either. So he's going to go, so that's a command 1, 2, and another command 1, 2, and I draw a planet. And it's Deneb 5. Which has 2 research nodes and a culture node possibilities. And I draw an exploration card. Oh, and it's a virgin planet.
Oh, what a lovely way to
No one
start.
has gone before.
Nice and easy.
Gotta be happy about that.
We were just thinking, curse the Klingons, they're doing well. They've got 2 easy planets to start with, but then he's just picked up Norsican pirates.
Yes, it's a crisis, so it's a level 5 hazard. For each destroyed ship, lose 1 resource of your choice. Roll to hit with all your surviving ships for each hit scored, take 1 production. So it's a level 5 hazard, so I have to roll
1 dice, add your shield modifier, which is nothing.
So I defeated the pirates.
Romulans have begun a long journey into space pre-conquest. They've reached Exo the 3. It was a hazard which I easily braved. And I've discovered a diplomatic summit. Neutral planets are well suited to hosting sensitive negotiations. The fewer points of discord, the greater the chances an accord will be reached. You may immediately exchange trade agreements with any of your rivals, even those with whom you have not made contact.
Oh, that's handy.
So, how are you doing, Federation?
Good, yeah. We could strike a deal.
And the Klingons are over here too. We're open to deal.
The Klingons won the game last time, so we've got a little bit of simmering hatred left.
What last time? This universe is fresh. It's never been used before.
What do you reckon to production?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. We've reached an accord with the Federation.
Always ready to deal in the Federation.
Excellent.
I'll deal with you guys later.
For my second trip out into the deep reaches of space, I reached Delta 4, which is a pre-warp level 0 civilization. The first culture to colonize this system claims 3 production. Yay!
Okay. Dylan.
Right. I am going to build some ships as well, but I'm going to create a colonization fleet
Ooh.
to make colonizing planets that much easier.
Here's somebody who actually
Colonizing
knows
systems
what
that much
he's
easier.
doing.
Yes, well, these were good last time, but I didn't use them at the start, and I think that could be crucial.
We've got off singly into the void.
Yep.
And he's actually getting fleets together.
Blindly blathering off into the middle of nowhere. Mind you, he's going to send an entire fleet off into the middle of nowhere, which may not be advisable.
Yeah, true.
Oh, it's a 4.
Oh, we all hate a long
You get the
space
longest
plane.
space journey you can get.
Well, that's for 2. I'll require another 2.
No, it's annoying.
Yeah. Another one.
One command per 2 spaces, so that's taking him 3 to get out to Son A Prime,
Okay, that's not bad.
which isn't too bad.
Oh, like all the hazards I came across.
Oh, that's right, the hazards are in the
It's a
cards.
crisis. Okay. The Game Masters of Triskelion.
Classic.
Excellent.
Oh dear. Roll a die. If the roll is higher than your Ascendancy level, you survive the games. Well, that should be easy.
That's good.
If the roll, Ascendancy
level
1.
being 1.
Yeah,
Yes,
excellent.
past that.
Rolls equal to or lower, then your crew perishes in the brutal games. No, they survived. Good.
Yes, Dylan had a culture, what's it called? A colonization fleet, which meant that you could immediately put a culture node on the planet by just using up one of your ships. Poor old Will is slightly frustrated because Dylan and I have already had a trade agreement due to that particular card.
Yes.
So we're churning out an extra 2 production tokens every turn, which is very handy. Poor old Will is only getting the 1 because we just hate Klingons.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, there's just nothing wrong with that. We just hate them.
You don't even know I'm here yet. You've never heard of a Klingon. You've never heard.
How's it go?
No. You know what I said.
Yes, I did. It was very rude. You say that about my mother? Take it back.
Refresh your cards and command tokens. Refresh any exhausted trade agreements. Is that exhausted yet? Good, excellent. Add 1 additional warp token to any ship traveling the warp. Add 1 research token to any phenomena without 1. No. So it's a new turn, so it's initiative stage. Haven't made contact, so it's random.
Dylan is doing very well with the Federation. He's just colonised the pre-warp civilization over there. He's put a culture node, which happened last turn, but he's built a couple of nodes, a research node and a production node on that planet.
He's got 3 production already, I might point
Got
out.
colonisation going on already.
Plus 2 from you, so he's got 5 production now. So don't worry about the Klingons being a threat. I've got 1 production.
You're a very angry Klingon, Will.
Is there any other kind?
I can feel the Klingon stress from here.
Where your threat's coming from. Alright, over here.
Dylan's heading out into the beyond and heading towards the Klingons for some strange reason. He's found another virgin world, Zeta Bootis 3.
Boetus.
Zeta Boetis. Boetis. Look at this. Have you
Right.
finished?
No, actually.
Oh God!
There's more
Stop,
to
you
come.
crazy Federation.
He's drunk with power.
I think I'll launch some projects.
Peter has just taken over Delta 4 and taken a bunch of production into the bargain. Look at the stack of production chips he's got there.
Excellent.
6 production over there. Here we've got 3 production nodes, and over here in the poor old Klingon world we've got 1.
I'm now going to
One
build,
production, 1 node.
I'm going to build my second.
No one cares what the Romulans are doing. Let's talk about the Klingons.
Pass me a culture node, please.
He's building a culture node.
Oh no.
Culture nodes are yellow.
It's an open.
He's building it in an open space,
there.
so you can choose what kind of node he builds there. Culture nodes are yellow, research nodes are blue, production nodes are red.
I'm going to spend 2 research and another production to build a production node. Well, because I've got the extra 3 production from Delta 4 this planet, I managed to put down a few extra nodes and did quite well out of that. And then I built a fleet, a mining fleet, and then put a whole lot of ships into warp, ready to scoot off next turn into the beyond. It's now your turn, Klingon. Will has discovered Janus 6, a nicely deserted colony which he could just take over straight away. He attempted to build a space lane behind his own home planet, but we all said, no, can't do that, only 5 inches to the edge of the board. So he quickly saw the error of his ways and agreed with us all that that was the best decision.
It's amazing how history can be rewritten.
The Romulan version of events.
Yes. Romulans, we rewrite history.
Peter's in his build phase. He's built a research node.
I've built all my nodes now. I'm noded up, fully noded.
Node up!
There can be no more nodes.
Node up, node up, node up.
No.
It's, very good.
It's on fire tonight.
I've got one research. I could put something on a research
Doing what's he
thing.
doing?
I think I'm going to put one on continuing committee. That's quite good.
Continuing committee. That sounds like something that public service would do well.
Yeah.
They stand around and talk a lot and never achieve anything.
I'm going to. Oh, well,
Let's take a resolution on that,
Four
shall we?
Romulans are standing on the corner, leaning against shovels. It's research.
Okay, we're warping time. So this
Warp.
one has gathered 2 warp tokens. So he moved to command.
Move to the command phase. He's finished building.
Yep.
He's going to warp out into the warp.
Warp into warp. So it's 1 to enter warp, isn't it? No, I've already entered warp, so it's 1 to exit warp. So I'm going to head off this way. Roll a space line die.
It's a 2.
2. Here we go. And let's head towards the Federation and see what's happening over there. Oh, it's a hazard.
It's a phenomenon.
Murasaki, phenomenon with a hazard 312. It's got a research token on it. So what do I need to roll?
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
No, you got to get under 5
Under
or
5 or
6.
6.
Well, I wanted to get a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks very much.
So you endured the hazard.
So I
Now
get
you
that.
pull-
So I get the research.
No, you rolled the wrong dice.
I rolled the wrong dice. Idiot. Oh no.
Nice try.
So I need anything but a 5 or a 6.
Yes, that would be a 1 to 4.
Yes.
He's got it.
Now I take the research token. Thank you very much. However, I can send my mining fleet. They'll exit warp on there, and my mining fleet, when this occupies an undeveloped system or phenomenon, you can use 1 command to take 2 production. This can be done once per turn.
God.
So I will spend another command
Does
and
that
take.
work on a phenomenon?
Yes, system or phenomenon.
What phenomenon?
Phenomena.
Or is it
Actually, it's
production?
It's a production.
It's
More
a single
production.
phenomenon.
Phenomena. Phenomena.
Phenomenon.
There we go.
Phenomenon.
So, well, you just met the Traveller,
Yep.
which allowed you to place another planet and
Yes.
a space line connected to it and go there straight away.
And it's got a warp capable level 2 civilization on it. 2 resource now, so that will be.
Look at that, plunging into the heart of the galaxy.
Oh, with a crucial culture node on it.
So, well, you've just got to a new planet, Sherman's
It's got
planet.
Sherman's
What did you find there?
I found the Guardian of Forever. I am both and neither. My own beginning, my own ending.
Of course, you'll all recognise that from the City of the at the Edge of Forever episode from the original series.
Well, so I drew the top card of my advancement deck. It is completed immediately, and it is a military order, standing invasion orders. On your turn, you may invade planets without exhausting a command.
Oh, that's very Klingon, isn't it?
It is very Klingon. It gives me a warp speed improvement too.
We have first contact. The Klingons and the Federation have met each other in space.
I don't have to continue beyond there, do I, if I don't want to?
No.
In fact, I could come back.
Although to get a trade agreement going would need to be in adjacent sectors. So if you can
I'll
move.
go there then. So that's it for me. So,
The Romulans have noticed that the Klingons and the Federation are getting very chummy over that side of the table.
can I interest you in a trade agreement?
Certainly.
What the? Are you in adjacent sectors already?
I'd be interested in this kind of
Indeed
trade
we are.
agreement.
What have you got?
Pleasure doing business.
Right, well, that's just great. So the Klingons have got 3 extra production now, and now the Federation have 5 extra production. Well done, Will.
Well, you had your chance earlier on and you eschewed it.
Right, so you've just given them. Now they've got 5 production.
I'm not seeing you missing out on a hell of a lot here.
Yeah, okay. It just seems to be giving the Federation a hell of a lot, but
Yes,
you know,
those who
crazy.
have nothing demand the joys and benefits.
Demand.
That's a mixture of desire and demand. I demand.
I demand it. I just demand it.
or I designed it. I want the privileges and technologies that you people in the West have got.
So when the Federation starts steamrolling all over us with ships bringing their root beer,
We'll bring it back to you refusing to bring me in on the trade agreement in the very first turn of the game.
yeah, I see. It's always the Romulans'
That's where
fault.
blame will
Isn't
be
it?
laid.
It's always the
Fate
Romulans.
of the greenies.
Dylan is now in empire building mode.
Oh, that's a small mistake. Don't need a production node. There's one already there. The research node.
Expanding his. Okay, look at that. He's got 3 research nodes already.
And a culture node.
That means you can have 3 projects going at once over there. No, let's not forget that one of the ways to win this game, well, there's 2 ways to win this game, either killing all of your opponents and taking their home worlds, or having an Ascendancy victory by gaining 5 of these. And you start with 1, and it costs you 5 culture tokens to build another one. So in effect, you've got to get 20 culture to win. You've got to spend 20 culture to win a cultural victory.
All decisions.
And that sound you can hear are the cogs of Dylan's brain turning. There's not a lot of sound there.
It's nice to be able to colonise planets, but when the Klingons are awfully close, despite having a nice trade agreement in place.
I've got 4 ships in total.
Well, if you were,
Currently.
this
that's
is what
true.
happens when you sleep with the devil.
I am sick of being typecast.
We won't read.
I think
sick of being typecast.
Actually, I think I'm going to...
I think we should gang up against the Federation.
You were saying that to him only a minute ago.
we're all friends here.
I'm so sick of their root beers.
This is like diplomacy, but
Kool-Aid.
galactic version.
Okay, we're creating another colonisation fleet over here.
What's he doing? Oh, okay,
So
fleeting.
my last three production to create a fleet, and I'll use the colonisation fleet that worked so well for exploring last time.
Is 3 the maximum you can have in that, or can you
And
flip
this
it
one
over?
it is.
Right, so
Well, I
you
could-
can only do it once, and then it ceases to exist as a fleet.
Yes,
Right, because if you've got to have at least 3 ships in a fleet to call it a fleet.
correct. And it is a little bit annoying because every time I go out and colonise, I end up like I have here with 2 ships left. And I think we'll just make a little niche out in the back blocks of the...
I think we need a measuring stick at
Galaxy.
this point.
This is fine. This is fine.
And he's found injury
Injury
8.
Warp capable level 1, that's fine. Civilization. Oh. Now, I must remember my ability as the Federation. I take 1 culture whenever I draw a civilization exploration card.
Yes, taking other people's culture. That's just typical Federation behaviour. That is.
Develop 1 resource node in priority order, so that would be research. And it gets 1 warp token.
He's going to walk back to here.
Well, he's busy building his Klingon empire. He's just built a starbase on Rura Penthe, which is, as we all know, is the Klingon prison planet. I'm feeling a little bit isolated over here. You guys joining hands across the galaxy?
You've already done that, you just haven't connected. So having expanded some of the nodes in my system, turn is now passed over to Peter, who is building a battle fleet over there. I wonder if he's planning to use that
No,
against.
that's there. That's fine.
He's also expanded out this way,
Oh,
taking that over and develop that node.
Okay, these guys are going to warp off into the void.
Now he's going exploring.
Adana. What a pleasant sounding world. What's there? An alien amusement park. if you're going to build an alien amusement park, build it on a world called Adana.
Adana Amusement Park. It's got alliteration.
Yeah. Adana Alien Amusement Arcade.
Otherwise known as Armour.
A world of infinite delights designed to make every visitor's dreams come true. Of course, we know what happened in the original series when they went there to make their dreams come true. It all ended in death and horror.
What else would you expect from a planet called Adana?
You may choose.
Sounds like a clothing manufacturer.
You may choose to take 2 production or a fresh 2 commands. Well, I've only used 1 command, so I'll have 2 production, please.
God, it's outrageous.
Action.
How much production have you got?
Not much.
More than you could possibly need. No, that's
spending it on
him
fleets.
who's got more production than you. But look at the pile of production over there.
Well, it's fine.
It's ridiculous. And half of it's
fine.
stuff that we've given him.
What did I do with my ship?
His production is like this bowl of lollies
No, it
overflowing.
wasn't that
moved
ship.
the
It was a single ship. I think I must have
There it
put
is.
back
Yes,
by
that's
mistake.
Crucial decision coming up here as to whether the Romulans and the Klingons are going to meet. I'm
Yeah.
quite looking forward to the outcome.
What, through Valakis 6? I've never thought about this before, but 5 contact points is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, but once it's fixed there, you can only fit so many spots off it.
Yeah.
This is great. Dylan has just drawn Risa, which is the next generation pleasure planet. right next to Ardana, which is the original series Pleasure Planet. So really, this sector of the galaxy is all about pleasure.
Can you imagine the competition?
Yeah.
Let's see what's happening in
Driving prices down.
There's a space amoeba.
Well, speaking of pleasure,
Oh dear.
everyone wants a bit of amoeba.
You know what they say, when you go to Risa, you've got to wear protection against space amoebas. That's very important.
Against 11,000 mile wide single celled organisms.
Wow.
That's a
Yep.
that's a large condom.
Oh, he's got serious tickets on himself here.
Roll to hit with all your ships in this system. That's only one.
I just want to remind you, Dylan, that joke is going out to
Yes,
the world.
The rest of the world.
Yes, maybe I shouldn't have said it.
So you can edit that up.
No.
That's gold. Yes.
11,000 mile wide single celled organism.
I really don't
And
know
you're
how
going to
that
kill
works.
it, aren't you?
Roll
In the
to
name of
hit.
research.
It's a hazard.
With one hit.
How many 11,000 mile single cell organisms can there be in the universe?
Oh, this time of year, probably thousands.
5 or 6.
Oh!
Yes, that's a hit. Take one research and discard this card.
You've just killed an 11,000 mile wide
Oh, and
space amoeba.
I hope you're proud.
I learned so much.
And it turns out it's the only one in the entire universe.
I bet the working stiffs on Risa are happy about that. Well, the universe is looking really good, actually. Everything's joined up. From now on, we'll be bidding for the turn order cards because we've got first contact. In fact, we really should have done that last turn between the Federation and Klingon, but we forgot.
I think there's some hegemony required over here on Indri 8.
Oh. Where's that?
So they have...
Out here in the western spiral arm of the galaxy.
Unfashionable end of the galaxy.
So they're a level 1, so that will require, let's see, 2 hegemony, and I have 1 ascendancy and a +1 hegemony from my universal translator ability. So actually any roll will do.
The hubris of the man. Any roll will do.
Yeah, it's typical Federation, isn't it?
6.
Yeah.
Humans.
Cubans.
This could be one of the last planets.
It's a phenomenon.
Stellar Nursery.
Phenomenon. Oh, it's a slightly hazardous
4
spot.
plus, pretty hazardous.
A little bit. And
Maybe
I've
he
got-
could
there
lose
was
an
a
entire fleet. That'd be good.
I have to roll for each ship in the fleet. Okay.
Oh no.
3 dice, and I need a 1, 2, or 3. Less than a 4 on all dice. So
You ones.
Oh,
dear
there's one
me.
ship remaining.
No.
Well, that's not ideal.
Well, you're used to that. That's what happened last time we played.
On the
Just about
upside,
every
it's a
turn.
phenomenon, and so I do get a culture token.
Oh.
Yeah. Good.
Do you get the research? And you get the research token too, don't you?
No, you didn't break the hazard. Oh, yeah, did
Yeah,
break.
you
Yes.
did. Yeah, one ship
Yes.
survived. So
Yep.
he gets that.
Ouch.
Oh, this is good.
Wow.
He's doing well.
Like that.
It's like the opposite of a stellar nursery. It's more like a stellar graveyard.
The humans are, well, and the Romulans are taking over the entire universe by the looks of things.
We have an excellent moment here where we have the trade negotiations between the Klingons
Hello.
and the Romulans.
Greetings.
This should
I
be
would like to
interesting.
suggest this kind of trade agreement.
That's an excellent trade agreement, and I very much agree. And in return, I will give you this trade agreement.
How about I give you this trade agreement and 5 of your daughters? As in, you give me 5 of your daughters.
No, that doesn't seem fair. Please poison this man.
I return to my original offer of this trade agreement.
So the Klingons and Romulans just came to a very amicable agreement, which we're both very happy with. And that was me giving him a 1 trade agreement and him giving me a 2 trade agreement. This was an excellent arrangement because it brings both of us up to getting 4 production at the end of the turn, while the Federation still has 5, so they're ahead of us. But I brought the whole galaxy up to a more level playing field, which I think was great. And Will, don't you agree? It's good, isn't it?
Let's have a look at Klingon happiness.
This is what's known in the common parlance as a Trump trade agreement, in which someone, i.e. him, gets 2 and everybody else gets boned. In apparently the interests of the greater good. Just the one.
Oh dear, Will's just encountered a Menthar booby trap.
So we've got to get a 3 or under, correct?
No,
Yeah,
1
level
or
3
2.
hazard. No, you need a 1 or 2, yeah.
2. We'll pay how much? 2 research. No, I can't afford that.
Oh no! Oh dear, destroyed by Menthar booby trap.
Bloody Menthars.
That's a hell of a way to go.
The leftovers from a long forgotten war.
They should have banned those from cigarettes a long time ago. Peter has just spent 4 research and increased the 2-hit roll of his ships, or rather decreased it from 5+ to 4+, increasing his offensive capacity of this massive battle fleet he's constructed.
Which can re-roll to hit rolls of 1 in space battles. It's just purely defensive.
Yeah, there's not going to be any space battles. We're just building it just in case the massive Klingon fleet consisting of
Right.
this lone scout over here on Jonas 6 on the far side of the universe.
Yes.
Maybe he's worried about this massive fleet over here.
I'm talking about that. I'm going to spend a command.
Doing nothing but research.
It's amazing how that people feel paranoid, delusional
Not too
lunatics
much.
like this feel the need to build massive defensive fleets against no threat.
Because I'm mining this. I've been mining this phenomenon for
Do
a
you
while.
ever feel like no one's listening to you? What's he doing? He's gone out into the warp with his battle fleet and he's connected Cestus 3 to Velaka 6. He's going to have a go at taking it. We thought he was going to Adana, but no, he's going to Velaka 6 and it's going to be a planetary invasion.
Well, possibly. I don't know. Let me see.
Because he hasn't got he's got no culture at all, as we know, because he's Romulan.
I roll dice equal to the number of ships I've got, which is 7.
7 dice.
7 dice. And what do I have to beat?
Well, you've got
Same way as I'd go to space battle. Oh, which is 4+. Oh, let's do it.
It has shields of
they've
2.
got 2 shields, and they get
shields
2
of
dice at 4+
Oh, so
back
that
at
means
you.
I need 6 or above. Oh, that's harsh. Yeah.
Yeah, not so confident now.
No,
You've got
4+.
6 dice at 6+. You need to get 3 hits.
Yeah, no way. Come out warp and end up there.
Adana.
Let's just have a little look at the Federation production pile. Look at the size of it. It's horrifying.
If you're worried about that, why don't you cancel your trade agreement with them where you're giving them 2 a turn?
Well, you're giving them 3, pals. Don't you talk?
You're only giving me 1. So much for your levelling strategy. How's your levelling strategy working? Brilliantly.
You can revoke that 3 any time.
I'm going to renegotiate it in 2 turns.
And actually, that'll level it really nicely because we'll both be getting 4 and he'll be getting 2.
Yeah, well, you've got a good point there. But what are you going to give me in return?
A nice Romulan ear tweak.
If I renegotiate his down, you can renegotiate yours up. Now there's a deal.
With whom?
With me. You turn yours into a 3 and I turn his into a 1. Do you think about that?
Oh, I don't know. The galaxy is a distrustful place. Dylan is really going crazy over there. The Federation is building ships. He's got a couple of fleets there, building up in strength. He's got quite a few ships on his home planet as well.
He's
and
got
his shield
shields.
modifier has gone up to 2, which is very good.
Of course, it's all just defensive.
It is just offensive.
Quote from Dylan. Which fleet's that? How many fleets do you have to have before you can't tell which one's which? In this case, only 2.
2 is the minimum requirement to get confused. Yes.
Down at the sniggering Klingon, we're having a good laugh about Peter sending his fleet through this phenomenon and rolling a 5 and having it disbanded. So now they can't move as a group. They're stuck. Well, not stuck.
Oh, they're not stuck.
They're just fannying about in Murasaki 312, which, unlike Adana or Risa, is not a pleasure planet.
No, not at all. It's a displeasure phenomenon. Okay, Will has just built 9 ships, so he's back.
You betcha.
Building a big fleet. What type of fleet is it, Will? It's a Klingon fleet, so it must be a niceness fleet.
It's a nice. It's a diplomacy fleet.
Oh, it is. Is it really a diplomacy fleet?
No, there's no such thing.
Oh, of course
We've got the choice of marauders, battle group, or assault.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm putting 3 there. And the other 6 are going into this battle group.
After much discussion,
Deliberation.
which we won't bore you with by actually filming, but Will initiated a discussion about the outrageous production capacity of the Federation. So we both decided to revoke our trade agreements with him and then renegotiate our own trade agreement. The upshot of all this is that Poor old Federation has ended up with no extra production each turn. No one wants to play nice with him. And the two of us have got 3 production each turn. We've exchanged our 3 production cards.
We've accepted a cut in production by 1 to reduce his production by 5. And I must
Threat of
admit
attack seemed to have no effect.
that the Klingons have taken the hard edge for this, because over here there's a fleet with 3, which is 3 jumps away from any Romulan area. While over here there's a fleet with 6, which is right next door.
Yes, but he was going to attack next turn anyway. He made that
Well,
very clear.
not necessarily.
No,
It's right next door, but it doesn't matter. If he does, he's going to get a caning because I have a Klingon fleet waiting.
Well, things are ramping up, kids. Look at the Federation. 2 full fleets, a battle group and a battle group. What does that tell you about what they're planning? So much for getting along and diplomacy and root beer.
It's the Romulan defence.
They're just for defence.
The Romulan defence. It sounds like a soccer move.
That's a chess move, isn't it?
Oh,
What is it? It's a 3D chess move, the Romulan defence.
it
We were
was-
just complimenting Dylan on his brilliant
such a good-
intergalactic strategy, bringing Risa into his orbit of his home planet, but then we realised that he had 1 star lane too many coming off it.
No!
No.
It would have brought Risa perfectly out of the way of harm.
Yes, what a shame.
I have to rethink that one.
That's a problem.
Terrible shame. He did, however, manage to sneak it out of the reach of the Romulan Empire by going off that planet
By
instead.
the Eagle Nebula.
Now he's just a little bit further than a 4-lane highway.
Oh no, look.
Yeah, can't reach.
What a shame.
And this side is fixed and they're fixed, so that's the end of that.
It's just been a bit of trade renegotiation going on.
The Federation's back in the good books.
Yep, that's
Just good to see.
Yes,
The Romulans are still ahead at 5.
yes, and the poor old Klingons are getting boned at 4, but at least things.
Boned it for total production is 10, which is more than anyone else. There's a bit of grumbling going on.
But
from there.
I've been way behind for the entire game.
Oh, my heart bleeds.
So, yes,
But
it's
what
tough,
we were
yeah.
observing, the reason that I initiated this trade agreement was observing that Dylan's pile of production has diminished somewhat from where it was a few turns ago. I thought, now there's an opportunity there.
Right, I'm going to build another culture node. Give me another culture node, please.
I need culture.
I need culture. We all need
Yes,
culture.
we all need culture,
Need nodes.
particularly if you're Romulan.
Never enough culture. Then I'm going to spend 1. Oops.
No, he's not in control of his research.
Dropping my research. I'm going to spend
Researching
6 research.
Weapons of
to
mass
increase
destruction and
my-
not telling him.
Increase my shield modifier to 1.
Oh, look, it's an arms race. It's already started.
Then I'm going to put.
Everyone's moved their shields and their weapons up.
Very, very pointy end.
You've moved your shields up twice, haven't you, Dylan?
I have.
But your weapons are still the crappy old,
I've now-
bolt
see,
action
I'm about
rifles of
defensive,
the
as
space
As
age.
I've told you repeatedly.
I've now researched the Romulan disruptors, so my rolls are to hit of 6 always score a hit, regardless of the rival's shield modifier.
Right.
And I also get another culture token.
God.
What's that for?
Just researching that useless thing.
Because I'm Romulans and when I research.
When he researches military culture,
Now-
he gets a culture point.
I'm going to take a bit of a risk. I'm going to try a hegemony takeover.
Valaka 6.
Hegemony takeover, yes. Now, it's got a resistance of 4.
Yeah.
2 plus 2, right? 4.
And what are you on?
I get dice roll plus 2. So I need 5 or 6, and I get plus 2. So I need
3 above.
3 or above. Here we go. Yes. Thank you very much. Put a
That's-
control node on that sucker.
I think that might be worth contesting there, Klingons.
No, but I can see Valaka 6 becoming a smoking ruin at some point.
I should hope so. I should hope so.
Bloody Romulans have created a lane back in here into the back door into the Klingon Empire, going through the Menthar booby trap where I've lost 2 ships. But no, he's going to pay 2 research instead of actually trying to defuse the booby trap. And here he
It's
is.
only one singular little ship. It's not doing anything.
Yes, and where one ship goes, a fleet cometh. And look at them. There they are. But they're only defensive. We've just determined that Peter, with his massive Romulan fleet and his 3 Ascendancy, is only, how many turns? 3 turns away from winning because he's got
If that.
4 culture nodes and they generate 4 every turn. He needs, 10
Next
culture.
round, you get another ascendancy. So
We get another round, yeah. So we've got 2 rounds before he wins the game. This is, in fact, how I won the last game.
I just made a terrible mistake on my turn. I did not colonise this planet over here. I forgot all about it. So while I was building up my fleets over on this side, I've got this sort of back door from the Klingon Empire that I didn't colonise, and he can just go through now, which is very annoying.
Well, yes, to go through it just means declaring war on you, though, which, when you've got a 9-strength space fleet 2 spaces away, is not particularly great diplomacy.
Dylan was just suggesting that in Will's case, the game should be called Descendancy.
It's a lot of past, a lot of future.
Fortunately, you only have 1 ascendancy token, so he can't build more fleets. So he's building lots of little individual fleets, which are very expensive in commands to move around the galaxy.
I don't think he's going to take you here. He's just hanging on for this ascendancy victory.
He's not going to take it now, we know that much.
I'm actually standing right here.
Damn.
Yes, this comes from the man who is obviously going for the ascendancy victory because he's got 5 control nodes as opposed to my 4. Even though everyone's worried about my fleets, he's got 5 nodes. And he's going...
Everyone's friend.
He's making lots of noises about invading, but actually that's not what's going on at all.
So what you're telling me, Peter, is that instead of us facing off across the gap between Thalaki 6 and whatever the hell this hellhole is, Urura Pente, we should be swarming Zeta Boertis and...
Absolutely, you should be taking that one over there for sure. Zeta Boertis. I tell you what, I'm not going to do, and that's talk about my plans out loud while he's standing at the same table.
I'm right here.
The Federation, probably because they've got nothing else to do but sit around and gather culture, has decided to send this lone ship off, which has got to be the Enterprise. It's powering into the centre of the board and off into unclaimed space.
Heading towards the Klingons.
5-year mission, never to be heard of again. This is absolutely brilliant.
This is why I'm just powering off through the galaxy, discovering phenomena for which I get 1 culture.
Which we all forgot about, of course, except Dylan.
And every time I get a civilization exploration card, I get another culture. 2 more, and I can buy 2 more ascendancy.
That's unbelievable.
Can you get more than 1 ascendancy in a turn?
Yes, you can. You can buy them at any time.
Any time during your turn.
Yep. I can buy 1 this turn, so I'll be up to 4. So I'm only 1 away, but with only 4 culture nodes, I can't even get it the turn after that. So really, this is the turn when some serious heavy-duty invasion probably starts happening.
Yeah, and I'd have to say, going to a couple initial blunder and a couple of bad decisions. The Klingons have failed utterly to live up to their reputation. Haven't had a single battle.
Well, we should point out that you did win the first game we played of this just a couple of nights ago as the Klingons.
But with a culture victory and a whole lot of unnecessary combat that could have been done away with.
Yeah.
But what I should have been doing was, basically attacking you all. But
anyway, the game isn't over yet.
Opportunity yet.
It's not over yet. We've just got to stop the evil Federation. You've even a cultural appropriation.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking Vulcan symbols. It's outrageous. Are there no depths to which this man will stoop?
Now we've got a great classic example of brinkmanship. He's bid 11 production to get the initiative. 11. Dylan has what looks to be 14 or 15 over there. You're both on ascendancy of 3, I might add.
Yes.
Whereas the poor old Klingon's still on 1. Can't even build a second space station, the useless bastards.
Cultural backwater.
It is. It's not just a cultural backwater.
Oh, it's very tempting just to let that 11 just go into space, though.
It is.
I could leave that. I could save these for bidding for next round,
turn.
which might be more crucial. I think I'll... Maybe just let you have that. Actually, it's your bid next anyway.
It's my bid next. Okay, well, I'll bid 1.
Couldn't he do a little bit better than that?
I don't need to. He's not bidding anything. So that means he's last. You don't get to bid again. That's it.
No, I'm third. So
He's
I
third.
might
He
just
can
go.
bid as many he wants.
I thought he was second. Oh, well, too late. Bid my bid.
Bloody Klingons.
And this predicament all comes back to the failure of the Romulans to make a trade agreement with the Klingons at the very beginning of the game because of their innate prejudice against people with ugly heads and bad accents. Now we find ourselves in a situation where it's inevitable that the humans will win.
The number of times I've had to listen to the Klingons grizzle about that trade agreement, it's driving me. I want to be taken over by the Federation just to shut them up. Well, we're getting very close to the end of the game, and Dylan has very cleverly manoeuvred himself into a winning position. He's got 8 culture tokens. He needs only 2 more culture tokens in order to buy the 2 Ascendancy tokens he needs to win. He's going to do that either by exploring space and using his ability to get culture tokens from discovering phenomena and civilizations, or he's just going to wait till the end of the turn when he gets the culture that he needs. So we really can't stop him by invading. We're not going to do anything effective enough to stop him getting that culture. By exploring and using up the rest of the planets, he's still going to get the culture at the end of the turn. We're in a horrible situation. And
Basically, we've lost.
So what do we do? Do we invade?
Well, the only thing we could do from a military perspective would be to knock out 4 of his 5 culture tokens.
Right, well, that's impossible. So I think this should end in a mammoth space battle just for the hell of it.
Yeah, because we haven't had one yet, so let's do that. So here we have the first battle of the game.
Yes.
Peter has 2 fleets.
No purpose to it whatsoever.
9 and 6.
Just the pleasure of doing it.
And Dylan has, what, you've got 1 fleet
just
plus
this fleet.
4 randoms.
Okay, so I get first strike in space battles, so I get to remove casualties before he gets to fight back.
That's right.
So I've got a battle group here of 6, and they can re-roll once.
Oh!
Oh, so that's 1. What do I need?
3.
5 or 6,
5
didn't I?
plus. Yeah.
2. That's 3 hits. And then I've got another 9 ships. 1, 2, 3, 6. That's 3 hits.
3.
Here you go. No rerolls. 4, 5.
Oh, no, 5 plus.
4. Oh, look at all that.
Excellent.
Terrible.
Okay,
Excellent.
so took out 4 ships. They can't shoot back because you had first strike, so they're out of it.
Fleet remains intact, so I've got 6.
6 dice. I've got a shield modifier of 1.
And I've got 4 plus, so 5 plus.
No!
That's my kind of roll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
Let's do it again. Okay, I don't get first strike this time, so that's equal. So 2, 4, 6. Here's my battle group. They re-roll once.
Oh.
Oh, it's 1 hit, 2 hits, and 3 re-rolls.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh,
3
that's
hits.
3 hits. And then we have the other 9.
Let's not forget about them.
There's the other 9.
This is not looking great.
3 hits. 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits.
Oh, that's
the fleet.
gone.
That's the whole
Gone.
fleet gone.
Gone.
The humans must die.
Galactic wreckage.
However, the shots were fired before they're going down, so what? 5 plus.
Yeah.
Oh, what
one-
a shocking roll.
One-
One Romulan out of the entire... You lost 10 ships and you took down 1 Romulan.
That is fantastic.
It's hopelessly bad, and it would be hilarious if it weren't for the fact that you're still going to win anyway.
I can now make
Yeah,
a
there is
tactical maneuver at impulse speed. So, in I go. It's mine, kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just sail straight on and take his home
Yeah, I
world.
really want to. Yeah.
Don't you need another command to attack?
Oh, I do too. Just as the Romulan fleet threatens the Federation.
Circling
homeworld.
around Earth but unable to attack.
Oh no.
The lone ship.
This is the Enterprise. Kill it. No, this is the Enterprise flying off into space.
Yes.
Kill it
On
quickly
its 5-year mission.
before the humans get off
Oh,
the
so you're
Earth.
done. So
I'm
that
done.
would be my turn.
I'm done. No, the Enterprise has travelled to another system, but it wasn't a phenomenon, so no culture points there, and it wasn't a civilization either. Well, the Klingons are attacking the Federation. Everyone's attacking the Federation, but it's all too little, too late. Because next turn, Dylan's going to have those culture tokens, and he's going to buy his last 2 Ascendancy levels.
So in the full knowledge that we can't win, we're going to slaughter millions of people and leave their bodies drifting in space.
And why not? It's a statement.
Brutal. It's the same attitude
That's the principle that counts.
That's right. It's the same attitude that led both sides in the First World War to fire off all their remaining artillery rounds in the morning of the Armistice Day,
Oh,
just to get rid of them all.
charming.
Yes. Beautiful example of them. Here's another example of it.
Well, that just threw me out of the sci-fi milieu.
Well, no. Here we've got a fleet of 10 versus a fleet of 8. They're sitting here. We've got to use them.
All right, let's do it.
Shield modifier of 2, so you need 6s.
Oh dear.
And that would be
That's
one.
one hit
Oh dear.
Fairly crap.
to my 4.
So pointless.
Are you going to retreat, Will?
No.
Klingons cannot retreat.
Oh, Klingons cannot retreat.
Step of Glory. Royal Air Force. There you go. 2 hits.
We got 7 to go. 1, 2.
1 hit.
Two.
2 hits. Oh,
Oh.
2 hits.
1 hit.
Totally something.
No one can hear you explode in space.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, what a great pointless
it's
battle.
Mutual assured destruction.
Two.
2, I'm gone.
Oh, the Klingons are gone. You've got 2 ships left. Incredibly, Will has formed yet another fleet. 9 ships. And flown back into Zeta Boetis 3.
And missed entirely. It's incredible, the level of incompetence of these Klingons.
So is that it?
No.
Still 1 ship left.
Yes. Still got 1 ship left.
7 against 1. Oh,
That's
there
it.
it goes.
You're gone.
Very good.
On your turn, you may invade planets without exhausting a command. I'm invading.
This is utterly pointless.
Standing invasion orders. Oh, take 1 culture when you defeat 3 or more ships in a battle. Woohoo!
Ooh.
Yep.
Means I can go
Hey,
up.
go and get an
I can go up in
ascendancy.
ascendancy.
Oh,
That's
yes.
Yay.
It's reached level 2.
Which level 2?
That's how the Klingons develop their culture.
That's 2 hits, my friend. Exactly. Killing other people.
Plus.
Yes, another hit.
Okay, so the Klingons have taken that planet. It's a great victory. Well
Destroyed
done.
that planet.
Destroyed that planet. Yay, fantastic. Didn't make any difference, however. Shall we call it?
Excellent.
I think we should call it well done, sir. Nicely played your first battle report and you won.
Yes. Perfect.
Well done.
Long may it not continue.
Dylan, what was it like playing Star Trek Ascendancy with these 2 old farts?
Great fun, great fun. Good to get a chance to play the second time though, because the first time was very much about learning all the rules and not really knowing what I was doing till pretty much the end of the game. I don't think any of us really had much idea of the first game.
You came pretty close though.
So, yeah. But this time, at least going in with a bit of a strategy, having some idea of what might happen, it seemed to have worked.
Yes, it did.
Well played, sir. You get the honorary Romulan ship. Wear it proudly. Thank you very much.
You don't get an honorary Klingon ship. We don't do that.
Thanks very much for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this battle report. Star Trek Ascendancy. It's a fantastic game. I really enjoy it.
Yes.
I was a bit worried because some people said, it had some problems. I don't think so. I think it's great as long as you're willing to accept that there is a bit of randomness in the way you pick up the planets and pick up the cards. So anything might happen. You've got to go along for the ride and just enjoy the game. So don't forget to visit the Esoteric Order of Gamers, orderofgamers.com, for lots of other gaming stuff that you could enjoy, and check us out on social media and all the rest. And of course, if you'd like to back the Esoteric Order of Gamers, we'd very much appreciate it, because a few bucks thrown our way, it lets us do a lot more great stuff. We're on Patreon, or you can go to the site and back us there as well. Thanks very much. See you next time. It's the Esoteric Order of Gamers. Live long and prosper.
Bye now.